This is Jeff Mazur, and we're just leaving Tucson right now. It's 9:45. We're on Fairland now. Just pulled out of the driveway. And this is August 1st, 1971. And it's vacation time going to California. He said, we just passed Nana's house. We just passed your house. And he said, boy, they're probably in there saying, man, we'll have a whole week to ourselves. Well, I'll sign off for now. But so long for now. Bye.
This is Joe, and we're way out of Tucson. And nothing much to see. We're just catching Picacho Peak and Stuckies.
This is Jeff here again. We just entered Phoenix, and you can see their cotton fields and all that on one side, and they're downtown on the other. We're just coming by these mountains and all that. There's the Little League field. Well, I guess I'll sign off for now.
We're just leaving for dinner now at Phoenix. Okay, bye with everybody.
Well, we're just in the bedroom right now, getting ready for bed. Had a long day. Oh, we got here and did some stuff. Played horseshoes. Went out to a restaurant to eat. And a lot of things happened there. It was dark in the restaurant. It's one of those type things that just have candles. It was an Italian restaurant. And well, first of all, we lost Joe as soon as we got in. He's so small next to everybody. But and then we found him. He was behind us. So we sat down at our tables. The next thing that happened, they didn't bring Joe his water. They forgot he was even there. And I ordered soup. On the meal, you get either your choice of salad or soup before the meal. So I ordered soup, so they brought me salad, so they had to go back. And then they didn't give Lenny his French fries. He ordered French fries, they didn't give it to him. It took a whole long time for the food to come. And they came by every 5 minutes and filled your glass up with water. Boy, you really had to go to the bathroom when you got out of that place. And we just did nothing, mostly talk. Well, I'll sign off for now. This is Jeff again. I forgot to tell you something. We played Blitz, and I won. Let me see, I won a total of 94 cents in Blitz. Okay, I'll sign off for good now. Bye. We're on our way right now. We're about halfway to Wickenburg, and it's 3 minutes to 5. And everybody's sleeping mostly. Well, I guess I'll sign off for now. We're in California now. We got our motel, and we're in our motel right now resting. And it's Farm to Ville, but we got the lower level instead of the top. But it's just as good as it gets. As soon as we got to the motel, we rested a while. And then we went swimming for a few minutes and dried off. We came in, got dressed, washed up and got dressed, went over to Knott's Berry Farm, and we shopped in the stores first, and then went over to the ghost town part where you have to go through the gates to get your hand stamped. We went over to the different places there, like the mine train ride, and the log ride, and all the other stuff, and the Siesta Village and all that Mexican village back there. And also, back near there, we went to one of their new things, two of their new things. It's all one land. It's the Gypsy Caravan, and there's this brand new theater called the John Wayne Theater in there. And it's a big, huge stage and all that, and a whole mess of seats, and they always have somebody performing there. And we saw a group called what were they called? Oh yeah, the sound generation they were called. It sounded like they were going to be hippie or something, but they weren't. They sang a whole bunch of real cool songs and all that, and from a whole bunch of good songs from the Carpenters and all that. And we rode on the log ride about 3 times, and even Mama went once to us. She was scared at first, but see, after you ride it once, you aren't scared anymore, and you want to do it again. And we went to the John Wayne Theater again, because we only saw half the show the first time we went in. We thought they were pretty good, so we went back to see the whole show. And then we went over, rode some rides in that Siesta Village. We rode the sombrero ride, where you get in these like Mexican hats. And a couple other things. We saw the seals over there. And then we went over and had our chicken dinner, Miss Knott's kitchen. And then we went out, and I went into the information center to see if I was going to ask them what time they had their fireworks, so we could look out our motel window and see it. But they don't have any in the summer. So I got a map of Los Angeles, a couple things, and then it's an Orange County map. And we just sat there on the bench waiting for her. She went into the stores there. Then we left and came back here. Just got ready for bed. I took a shower. And right now it's 9:15 and we're in bed. And we're just about to go to sleep because we got to get to bed early tonight because we got to wake up early to go to Disneyland tomorrow. So this is all for now from Jeff Mazur. It's Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday right now. I was too tired to talk about anything last night because yesterday we went to Disneyland. Of course, when we got home from that, all we wanted to do was go to bed. But yesterday we went to Disneyland. We got there and rode the train, rode the omnibus, and then over to the other lands. And then we went to New Orleans Square and went to the Haunted Mansion. We ate, went over on the jungle ride, and it was real fun at the jungle ride. We had a good, the speaker, the guy that runs the boat, the captain, he was a real good one. He said a lot of funny things and all that. And there was a pile of skeletons over there, and he said that was his last crew. When we were passing the natives and we saw a pile of skulls over there, and he said if we're noisy, that's how we're going to be, just like them, and because of those headhunters. And he said you could still tell the women because their mouths are wide open. And we did some other rides, a pirate ride. It was real fun, so we went on that twice. A whole bunch of things, Fantasyland and everything, Tomorrowland, just, everything in Disneyland. You've been there. And so we came home and just went to sleep afterwards. And then today, this is Wednesday, remember, we got up, went over to the International House of Pancakes to eat, and I got a pancake sandwich. That's where pancakes and sausage and eggs were, and Mama got potato pancakes, and Daddy got strawberry waffles, and Joe got blueberry pancakes. But then I finished my egg and sausage, and Mama didn't like her potato pancakes, and so I traded her my regular pancakes for her potato pancakes. Then we got done, we drove to Los Angeles, and then we went to Hollywood first. Went to Grauman's Chinese Theater and saw the footprints and all that, and went down to Los Angeles and went to Farmer's Market and this other place there that Steve Allen makes fun of, and we spent a whole long time at farmers market, looking at stuff, looking at shops, and getting food. And we got a drink there, and we drove through downtown LA. Then we just got on the highway and came back. And right now we're rested for a while just before we go swimming. So, bye for now.
Okay, this is Joe. Now I'll tell what we did for Disneyland. It's Wednesday, same time Jeff was on. Okay, we got there at 9 o'clock, and we got on the train and rode all around, and then we got off, and we sat there for a while and thinking what we were going to do. Then we went to New Orleans Square. We rode on the omnibus all the way to New Orleans Square, and we went on the Haunted Mansion, and then got off it. Then shot for a while. Went on the mine train ride. And then a few other rides, like. Then we went to Fantasyland. And we went. We rode on Mr. We went on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and Alice in Wonderland, and Casey Junior Circus Train. That's a train that when your animals, they lock you up. It's just wild animals and monkeys. You go all around. And then we got off there and we rode on the we went on a Small World. We went on a whole bunch of rides. Then we went on the Skyway to Tomorrowland. And Mama went to the bathroom while we rode on the monorail. And then we got on the monorail and met her. And we went to the Carousel of Progress. We got off that. And we rode on some things. We got something to eat. Chocolate colored banana with nuts on it. And then we did some things. We rode on. We went back to Long Square on the cart ride. And we went back to Tomorrowland, rode the People Mover. No, I went right through inner space after that. And then we went to Orleans Square and rode the cart ride. And we came back, rode the People Mover. Through there, and then Mom was going to shop, and we went to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. And then we waited for her to come back out of the store, and then after she came out of the store, we left. We came home, and we went to bed. And now, today, next morning, that's today, we got up, got dressed, go. We went to Hollywood. We saw some stars, footprints, and handprints. And then we went to Los Angeles, saw some big buildings. A whole bunch of big buildings. Saw their downtown. Then we came back and we rested a while before we just got ready for swimming right now, and we're gonna go. So I'll sign off for now.
It's in the morning right now, Thursday morning, and we're gonna drive to Knott's Berry Farm right now. We're just pulling out of the motel. We're gonna have breakfast there and then start for San Diego. We went swimming yesterday, and after I already made my recording, then we went swimming, and then that night we went to the game, and the White Sox beat the Angels 10-3, and we saw our first Major League home run.
to go over that way then?
Well, we didn't need it in Knott's Farm because we got there at 11, and they're not going to have start till 12. So I stopped in the information center, and I got a map of Southern California and one of Long Beach, and then we came back and ate at Sambo's. Right now we ate at Sambo's, and right now we're sitting in the car deciding what highway we're going to take, if we're going to go through Long Beach or if we're just going to go down to the highway and go by the Ocean Cities. Okay. We're in San Diego right now, and it's Friday morning. We got in San Diego yesterday in the afternoon, about 4, something like that. We got in San Diego. We got our motel. We're in Motel Circle. That's where they have all these motels on both sides of the road, and it's behind the hill. And if you go on the other side of the hill, you can see downtown. But we got a, what do they call them with a bear? That's what we got anyway, whatever it's called. Travel Lodge. That's what motel we got. And it's on the same side of the road that your motel that you stayed on, the Vagabond, that it was on. And we rested, and then we went over to the Information Visitors Center over there in Mission Bay and got some stuff. And then we went over to, we were going to eat at this place called Anthony's Sea Grotto. It's about the most famous eating place in town. And we got over there and it was jam-packed, and you had to pay to park in the parking meter. And there wasn't a single parking place hardly. We parked, and we went in, you had to register. And after you're registered, then you could do whatever you want. But the hour was, you had to wait about an hour and a half before you even ate. So we decided to leave. So we drove all through downtown trying to decide where we were going to eat. We didn't find any places. They had a pretty crappy downtown, just like ours. They had some good tall buildings, but the rest of the downtown wasn't too good. And we couldn't find any place good to eat, so we went back there and signed in. Then we went outside on deck. You know, it's right in the San Diego harbor, and it's not even on land, the restaurant. You walk into it, and it's out in the Pacific, in the bay. So we went out on deck and just looked at the boats and the harbor there, and they had a drink, a cocktail. Then we went back in and wait, and we just waited a whole long time. Stood and wait. There wasn't any chairs. And then finally, at 8:15, you can't register anymore. Nobody could register. So after 8:15, nobody new could come in. So it started to get a little bit less crowded. Finally, we found a place to sit down on one of the couches there. So we sit down for a while, long time really. And then they finally called our name. We went in there, and I got fried scallops, and Joe got shrimp, Mama got scallops, and Dad got, it's mixed. It has shrimp and scallops in it, and they were real good too. So and we got the window there just looks out right on the bay. You can see the lights of San Diego across the bay, and it was worth waiting all that time. We waited about 2 hours to find before we ate even, but it was worth it because we just looked right out on the sea there, and the bay, and all the lights, and our food was delicious. And so we just ate it up, and I ate my salad first. Everybody was saying how good their fish was, and they were all done. And they asked me how come I wasn't done. And I said my fish is so good I had to eat my crappy old salad first. And then I ate my good fish, saved it for last. And then we finally left after we were done, and we stopped at Baskin Robbins to get ice cream cone. We got an ice cream cone, ate it, and we got back to our motel and watched some of the Johnny Carson show, and then went to sleep. And then next thing we knew, it was this morning, today, and we got up, got dressed into our bathing suits and went swimming, came back in. We just got dressed right now, and we're gathering things up. We're going to go to SeaWorld. We're going to check out of the motel today and go to SeaWorld. Okay. Okay, this is Jeff. We're in San Diego. We went to SeaWorld today, and we got there and ate. We went over to the Shamu That's the killer whale show. It was real good. He did some acts there, and then we went to the penguin show. That was about my favorite, I think. And then we went to the Sparklette's Water Fantasy, and there's the other shows. There's Charlie the Tuna Show, the Starkiss Show, and that's where they have 2 dolphins, a seal, and the underwater mermaids are supposed to be. They're really women, and there was the Japanese village, and we bought a pearl cup this time, and they came up with a pearl, and they polished it off and all that, and it was worth $7. And we rode the rides. We rode the sky ride, the boat ride, and the PSA tower ride. And on the tower ride, you could see their downtown. It's real cool. San Diego's downtown from a distance when you could see all their good office buildings. And we stopped at some of the souvenir shops and all that. And tonight, or well, I guess this afternoon, we stopped at Charlie the Tuna. It's fish and chip place, and we got some fish and chips, and they were real good, and they were just as good as the ones we had last night from Anthony's. I told you about that. And yeah, they were even better, and you didn't have to wait. You only had to wait 5 minutes to get them, even less than that, really. Well, you had to put your stuff on them and all that, and they were just as good, and okay, they were better, and you didn't have to wait as long, and yeah, cheaper. That's the other thing. Only you didn't get as good as view, though, because you could look out on the bay last night at Anthony's. But we like this better. And we got an RC cola, and we got the lemon. They had bottles of lemon with a pump on them, so you could squirt the lemon on your fish. And I was squirt my fish because they got the bottle of lemon juice. And then after everybody was done squirting their fish, they told me to take it back to the table where everything was. And so just before I went, I squirted some into my RC cola, and it was real good. It was lemon Coke, and so then everybody else wanted, so I went back and got it. So we had lemon Coke and all that. And we stopped in the souvenir shop, and I got a decal. I got the decal first souvenir shop we stopped in SeaWorld. It said SeaWorld on it. And then the second one, the one just before we left, I got a postcard that shows San Diego's downtown at day, and another postcard that shows San Diego's downtown at night, and also a compass that says SeaWorld on it. And then we just drove out and got gas and got a couple maps, and right now we're on our highway heading to Yuma. That's all for now.
Okay, this is Jill. Now I'll tell what we did to SeaWorld. First we got it in there, and we parked. Then we walked to the entrance, and we went to Samu killer whale show, and he did some tricks. Then we got done with that. Hello, this is Joseph.
Joseph Mazur? Or is that Joseph Mazur? Okay. This is your daddy speaking.
And we got out of there, and then we went to the Sparklets thing show. That was real good. Then we got out of that, and we went on. I liked all the rides tied for first. I liked them all good. Then we got out of that, and we went on the the boats. What are they called? Hydrofoil boats. And we rode on that, and that was real cool. It was all hot after we sat out there and watched things out on the outside, and it was hot, so that cooled us off. And then we got out of that, and we went to the and we went to an underwater show. What was it called?
The Starkest Underwater.
The Starkest Underwater Show. The Starkest Underwater Show. And then we got out of that. And Mama went in a gift shop while we rode the PSA tower. And we saw a whole bunch of things. We went up there and saw San Diego's downtown. We saw our car from there. And then we got down from that. We met Mom at the gift shop and looked for some. And then, what do we do next?
Then she went in the shop while we went over to ride the sky ride.
She went in the shop and we went over to ride the sky ride. And then we got out of that. And she went to Japanese village and we got on the sky ride and left that. And then we went to the bathroom, all of us. And then we went to the main shop they have there, SeaWorld shop. And I bought a whale on a lifesaver, standing on it. And then we got out of there, and a little turtle, rubber turtle playing the banjo. Then we got out of that, and we went to our car and got ready to leave. And then we went to a gas station and we got a map of San Diego and a map of California. Then we left and then we got on the San Diego freeway. And now we're driving along going to Yuma. So that's all.
Okay, now this time it's Daddy speaking. We're in Yuma now at the Ramada Inn, and we stopped because I'm tired of driving, and we're going to go out and get us a banana split, and then we're going to go swimming in the morning.
Okay, this is Joe, and we're on the last leg of the journey. We're just riding home, and everybody's sick, sunburned, and sorry. And we're just about halfway to Tucson from Yuma. And our vacation was fun. So, that's all.